Right, this is part one of a long print. This was about 10 hours, and the next bit's about 15 hours. It's a Rubik's Cube, and I really didn't expect it to work. In fact, I think I can... well, no, we will see. It's a bit complicated, lots of bits. When I do something with lots of bits, usually one of them or more than one of the bits breaks loose and then it all goes horribly wrong. There's clearly some little bits here that haven't gone quite right, but at first glance it looks like it's actually printed okay. This will be some of the tree support layers that have broken loose. That's the second set of components for the Rubik's Cube. 15 hours, 15 minutes that took. And I'm looking at that and I've got a nasty feeling it's all gone wrong. It has, yes. It's slipped. They're all out of alignment. So that is a fail. 15-hour fail. That's why I don't like to do long prints like that. Yep, that's a fail. That's going in the bin. I think what I'll do is I'll re-slice it with less parts on it, because that is really disappointing. 15 hours. There you are. That's supposed to be a circle. And that's supposed to be a square. Oh, that is annoying. Second attempt. This is just the corners instead of trying to do the corners and the centerpiece at the same time. And that appears to have printed okay. Lots of support layers to trim off all this stuff. So that was 9 hours 20 minutes, and I got to print the centerpiece and the screws, or whatever we want to call them, and that's another 6 hours. Good morning, guys. It looks like it's okay. So, clean all the supports off and see if we can get it together. So we finally got all the bits printed. I've taken the worst of the support stuff off, but I'm going to have to trim them up a little bit more to get them to slide over each other. And now that I've taken the extra support layer stuff off, I can see some of these are not right. I'm pretty sure that should look the same. Where are we? Focus, please. I think that should be the same top and bottom, and we're missing a bit. So I might have to do another print. Yeah, we will see. And I might be able to do enough just to get it together so we can see it. But it might need another print of these edge pieces. Yeah, they don't look right to me. Looks like we've lost a bit in the print somewhere. Anyway, yeah, I won't bore you by making you watch me trying to clean them up. I'll get on and do that and then see if we can get it together. These bits in particular, I did try screwing the thread into there, and it looks like it's making a real mess, so I'm going to have a go at that with a file. Well, yes, okay, we have a cube. The good news is, yes, I did manage to get it together. The bad news is I will have to reprint these edge pieces. Corners seem to be fine, but the edge pieces, as I showed you, most of them were missing part of the little tongue that sticks in. So if I hold it carefully, we can more or less turn it round like a normal Rubik's Cube. But I am having to hold all the pieces in place to stop them popping out. But those edge pieces, well, you can see that one's coming out. I just push it. Yeah, it's where half the tongue is that bit of the tongue is missing. That one's okay on that side, but that one's missing. So obviously, the fact I can just push it in and out is wrong. But the rest of it, I mean, I spent a bit of time cleaning the threads on these bits because they needed cleaning up, where the support layers had left little bits on them. And I expect if you wanted to do this like a fast one, you would need to give it plenty of work to wear it in. But at the moment, as I say, it's going to fall apart as soon as I take my hands off it. On the positive side, it is fascinating to understand how a cube goes together. But I'm not going to be able to do this one hand spinning it because the edges will pop out. So, not a total success for me, but that's because I need to print those bits again. My printer, or at least my settings, weren't quite right, obviously. Corners are fine. Bearing in mind, the first time I tried to print the corners, the whole thing slipped off alignment. You can't really see on there now. I threw the others away. There's a bit of an edge. Oh, there we are. That's supposed to be round, and we got a edge there where the whole thing slipped somehow on the print. So it got about 25% of the way in, and somehow or other the whole thing has slipped over by about 1 or 2 millimeters. So that one was a fail. And when I did that one, I'd done all the corners with it. So that was a 16-hour print, and everything was in the bin. So I printed the corners separately. Well, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them together, but separately from anything else. That came out all right. I printed the edges, just the edges on their own, but somehow or other that had gone wrong, and we've lost a bit. Like that. I'm sure I could give it to somebody and tell them that they've broken it. I gotta say, I do like this, apart from the fact that it's falling apart. So I won't bore you any longer with it. But I might reprint those just so I can get a working cube out of it. Just a thought, I suppose I could take it apart in front of you. So you can see, so we got the edges. That one's not too bad. That one's no good. Oh, that one. Oh no, that one's gone on the bottom. And you got the corners. And we got the centerpiece, which has got one of them top and bottom. So these bits lift out. I'm sure one of them actually looked okay. Maybe not. And corners, middle bits, edges. Yeah, there's one. That's what it should look like. So out of the, I can't remember how many it is, one turned out all right. And all the others are missing a bit. And so that's nothing to do with the design, that's just my settings weren't quite right. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.